Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In a world that constantly tries to dictate how we should feel, think, and act, imagine possessing the power to find inner peace and happiness regardless of the circumstances swirling around you. That's not just powerful, it's revolutionary. It's about taking control not of the world, but of something far more important and absolutely within our reach, our minds. Stoicism teaches us resilience, gratitude, and the art of living a fulfilled life. But this chapter isn't just a history lesson. It's about you, your life today. It's about navigating the chaos of our contemporary world without losing your composure. It involves discovering serenity amidst chaos and joy in the most basic aspects of life. It's about transforming your mornings from something you dread into a powerful launchpad for a day filled with purpose and joy. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the noise of life, if you've ever struggled to find a moment's peace, or if you're just curious about how ancient wisdom can be your secret weapon in the 21st century, stick around. This might just be the video that changes everything for you. Let's dive into the Stoic strategies that can help us craft not just a morning routine, but a life filled with intention, resilience, and true happiness. I urge you to fully engage with this video from beginning to end. If you've made it here, you're not like everyone else. You're a standout, someone who seeks depth and wisdom. Your dedication to fully absorbing this content sets you apart even further. This might sound like a fancy term, but it's actually a beautifully simple concept that comes from Japan. 1. Find your Ikigai. Discovering purpose in every morning involves identifying the intersection of your passions, skills, societal needs, and potential income. This is your distinct purpose for existing. Imagine waking up every morning with a clear purpose that excites you and makes the idea of hitting snooze just irrelevant. Marcus Aurelius not only advocated for perseverance through life's challenges, but also firmly believed that each of us has a significant role to play in making a meaningful contribution. He encouraged us to approach each day as an opportunity to fulfill our roles with integrity and passion. Ikigai is not just about finding what you love. It's about aligning it with what the world needs, and what you're best at. That's where the magic happens. But how do you start uncovering your Ikigai? It begins with some introspection. Ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What am I excelling at? What does the world need from me? Can I earn a living from it? Please don't be concerned if the answers don't come to you immediately. This subject matter is about the journey of exploring different facets of your life and interests and seeing where they converge. This quest for your Ikigai isn't just some fluffy, feel-good exercise. It's about setting the foundation for a life that's rich in meaning and satisfaction. When you align your daily actions with your deeper purpose, even the mundane tasks gain significance. Your relationships start to flourish because you're more present and engaged. Your creativity soars because you're aligned with your true passions, and overall happiness, well, it becomes more of a constant companion than a fleeting visitor. So, as you think about setting your alarm for tomorrow morning, consider what Ikigai means for you. What could be so captivating that it would inspire you to jump out of bed and begin your day with enthusiasm? Remember, this journey isn't about overnight transformation. It's a process, a gentle unfolding, and as Marcus Aurelius would remind us, it's about doing the work day by day with dedication and honor. Finding your Ikigai isn't just about personal fulfillment. It's about embracing your role in the larger tapestry of life, contributing your unique thread to the ever-evolving human story. The ancient Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of purposefulness in our actions, emphasizing that they should be deliberate steps guided by our inner compass rather than random acts. 2. The idea of prepare the night before, setting the stage for success, carries over nicely into how we get ready for the day. Here's the thing. How you spend your evenings determines the quality of your morning. It may be tempting to binge watch your favorite shows until the wee hours of the morning or browse social media until your eyes water. But let's think about how that prepares you for the next day. Your brain needs time to relax, to process the events of the day and refuel for what lies ahead. This is where a good pre-sleep routine can help. Think of your evening routine as you would any other important part of your life. This isn't about rigid self-discipline that sucks the joy out of your evenings. It's about creating a space that supports your well-being and aligns with your goals for the next day. For instance, limiting screen time an hour before bed isn't about denying yourself relaxation. It's about giving your mind the cue that it's time to wind down, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Making a small plan for the next day can also significantly improve your life. It could be as simple as jotting down your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. This act alone sets a clear direction, ensuring you wake up with a sense of purpose. And here's where the Stoic mindset really shines. It's about acknowledging what's within our control and letting go of what's not. We might not be able to control every detail of our day, but we can certainly influence how we start it. Also, let's not forget about some deep breathing or meditation to calm the mind. This practice isn't just fluff. It's a powerful tool that signals to your body it's time to rest. Inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly helps reduce stress, lower your heart rate, and prepare your body for a deep, restorative sleep. It's akin to initiating a fresh start, guaranteeing that you awaken not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally rejuvenated. Getting enough sleep may seem like a daunting task. This task is essential in today's constantly connected world, as it sets the tone for your entire day. Picture this: the first moments of your morning untainted by the digital clamor of emails, social media notifications, or the buzzing news cycle. It's just you, your thoughts, and the serene quiet of the dawn. That's not just refreshing, it's empowering. 3. Marcus Aurelius was a strong advocate for living with intention and focus. He wasn't distracted by the notifications of ancient Rome. He knew something that is even more relevant today: the quality of your attention determines the quality of your life. So, how do we apply this ancient wisdom in the modern age? First, it's about creating a purposefully free morning space from digital distractions. This advice isn't about shunning technology, but rather choosing not to let it dictate the start of your day. It's tempting to roll over and check your phone right away, but that instantly puts you in a reactive state. Avoid morning distractions. Embracing serenity, he had his share of distractions, but he emphasized the importance of focusing on the task at hand instead. Instead of responding to the demands and dramas of the external world, give yourself the gift of a peaceful start. Imagine dedicating the first hour of your day to activities that nourish your soul and sharpen your mind. Maybe it's reading, meditating, journaling, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee as you gaze out the window. The first hour isn't wasted time. It's an investment in your well-being. By avoiding distractions, you're not just avoiding stress. You're actively creating a reservoir of peace and focus that you'll draw from throughout the day. Making the most of your mornings isn't about adding more to your to-do list. It's about subtracting the noise that doesn't serve you. It's about prioritizing what truly matters before the day's demands start pulling at your attention. This is where the Stoic practice of concentrating on what you can control becomes crucial. You can't stop the flood of emails, but you can choose how and when to engage with them. So, tomorrow, challenge yourself to start the day on your terms. Resist the urge to dive into the digital world first thing. Instead, anchor yourself in the present moment, savoring the peace and potential that the morning holds. Every day is a chance to live more intentionally, calmly, and in line with your goals. Let's make our mornings a testament to that ambition, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and the unwavering focus on what truly matters. Stoicism is about knowing what we can control and acting virtuously and intentionally in those areas. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus advocated for a proactive approach to overcoming life's hardships. Wake up consistently. 4. The power of routine engagement with life. As a practice that embodies this philosophy, waking up at the same time every morning may seem like a small thing, but it's a cornerstone habit that sets the stage for everything else. It's a statement that we control our mornings and are not subject to whims or outside forces. Building a life as Stoicism, the idea of taking small, consistent actions with contentment in each step, a powerful concept that reminds us that significant changes begin this way. This means you should not feel rushed as soon as you open your eyes. Instead, begin your day with a sense of control and purpose. However, it's important to note that maintaining consistency can be challenging. It's supposed to be. Initially, attempting to wake up at the same time every morning can seem like a daunting task. Your bed feels more comfortable than ever and the temptation to snooze one more time can be irresistible. This is where the Stoic practice of perseverance comes in. It's about reminding yourself why you're doing this, about the person you're becoming through this discipline. It's about seeing beyond the immediate comfort and focusing on the long-term benefits this habit will bring into your life. Becoming a morning person, then, is not just about the mornings themselves. It's about embodying the qualities that make you resilient, focused, and intentional throughout your day. It's a practice in self-mastery, in aligning your actions with your values, and in cultivating the kind of life you want to live, one morning at a time. So, how do we make consistency? Our ally starts by setting a clear intention the night before. Remind yourself why waking up at a specific time is important to you. Is it to have more quiet time in the morning for reading or meditation? Is it to exercise or simply to start your day in a more relaxed and controlled manner? Then create an environment that supports this habit. Maybe it's going to bed a bit earlier to ensure you get enough sleep, or keeping your curtains slightly open to let the natural light wake you up gently. And when it gets tough, remember the Stoic belief in the power of our will and the importance of acting according to our principles. Each morning that you wake up at your chosen time, you're not just starting your day, you're reinforcing a commitment to yourself, to your growth, and to living a life of intention and purpose. 5. Take it easy. Embracing self-compassion. In the midst of all this talk about self-control, consistency, and rising with the sun, it's important to remember that we are human, and as such, we are beautifully complex beings with brains that frequently choose the easy route or the instant gratification route. For this reason, establishing new habits, such as altering our morning routines, may initially seem challenging, but understanding that such behavior is not a weakness, but a natural part of the human experience can be immensely liberating. Let's apply some Stoicism to this idea, as Stoicism teaches us the value of self-compassion and understanding alongside its calls for discipline and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, in his personal writings, often reminded himself to be patient and forgiving with his shortcomings. He knew that berating oneself for every slip-up was not the path to growth. Instead, he advocated for recognizing our errors, learning from them, and then letting them go. This approach is crucial when we're trying to cultivate new morning routines, or any habit for that matter. Those first few days or even weeks can be tough. When your alarm goes off, you want to stay in bed, and some days you will. That's okay. The key is what you do next. Do you beat yourself up, spiraling into a cycle of guilt? And do you engage in self-criticism, or do you take a moment to breathe, forgive yourself, and view the next morning a fresh opportunity to try again? Forgiveness and patience with ourselves are not signs of weakness, they're indicators of strength and wisdom. They signify our commitment to perseverance and our readiness to handle challenges with grace. This Stoic practice of self-compassion is about understanding our nature, working with it, and gently nudging ourselves toward the habits and lives we aspire to. Moreover, taking it easy and about making excuses or allowing ourselves to perpetually fall short of our goals. It involves recognizing that growth is a process characterized by learning curves and setbacks. It's about understanding that each new day brings with it a new set of challenges and opportunities, and it's in these daily renewals that we find our strength and resilience. Therefore, as you strive to embrace early mornings or any new habit, remember to be gentle with yourself and celebrate the small victories. Learn from the setbacks and approach each day with a heart ready to try again. 6. Small acts of discipline. Creating a virtuous life. This approach isn't just about being a morning person. It's about developing a mindset that's ready to face life's obstacles with a combination of kindness and determination. For example, placing your alarm clock across the room makes it physically more difficult to snooze, which signals a commitment to rise on your terms, despite the comfort of your bed. It's a small act of defense against the inertness of sleep, and comfort are a step toward embracing the day with intention. Similarly, making your bed each morning might feel like a trivial task, especially when you're the only one who will see it. However, it is so much more than just smoothing sheets and fluffing pillows. It serves as an exercise in self-care, reminding you that your environment and your engagement with it are important. It's about creating a space that reflects the order and respect you're cultivating within yourself. Marcus Aurelius would likely argue that these small victories form the foundation of a disciplined life. These everyday choices, often overlooked, cumulatively shape our character with each small action you take. You're casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. You're choosing to be someone who values discipline, order, and respect for oneself and one's environment. But why focus on these small acts? Because they're within everyone's reach. Not all of us can control the major events in our lives, the upheavals, and unexpected turns, but we can control how we respond to the start of each day, how we treat our immediate surroundings, and how we prime ourselves for whatever lies ahead. Such behavior is Stoicism in action, focusing on what's in our power to control and letting go of what isn't. Moreover, these practices aren't just about building discipline for discipline's sake. They're about cultivating a mindset that's prepared for life's bigger challenges. If you can commit to these small acts of discipline, you're training yourself to uphold your commitments in more significant areas. You're sharpening your ability to follow through, to remain steady in the face of adversity, and to approach life with a calm, collected demeanor, qualities that define the Stoic ideal. As you contemplate the significance of discipline in your life, begin with small steps. Seek out everyday opportunities to exercise self-control and order. Your character is forged in the quiet of the morning when you choose to rise and face the day with intention. 7. The idea here is straightforward but incredibly powerful. Sharing your goals with someone who holds you accountable and supports you can greatly increase your chances of success. It transforms a personal journey into a shared adventure, which helps in successfully completing your morning routine. Accountability partners. Sharing the journey. These practices are not just chores or tasks, they are rituals that give your day purpose and your life a sense of direction and meaning, and ultimately make your life significance less daunting and more enjoyable. Think of your accountability partner as your ally in the pursuit of self-improvement. This person is there to remind you of your commitments when the warmth of your bed feels too comforting to leave in the early hours. They're there to encourage you when progress seems slow and to celebrate your victories. Regardless of the size of this relationship, it involves mutual support and encouragement. It's about mutual support and encouragement grounded in the understanding that we're all striving to be the best versions of ourselves. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, often emphasize the importance of community and relationships in the development of character and virtue. They believed in the power of shared wisdom and the strength that comes from knowing you're not alone in your struggles. Finding an accountability partner in today's world is a nod to this timeless wisdom. While the journey towards self-discipline and purpose is personal, it need not be solitary. Moreover, an accountability partner can help you identify blind spots in your routine or approach that you might miss on your own. They can offer new perspectives and insights that can catalyze your growth in unexpected ways. This partnership is about more than just checking in to see if you woke up on time or followed through with your morning meditation. It's about engaging in meaningful dialogue about what's working, what isn't, and how you can both support each other in making adjustments. So, how do you find this accountability? Partner with someone who shares your commitment to growth and self-improvement. This partner could be a friend, a family member, or even a colleague. The key is to choose someone you trust, someone with whom you can be open and honest about your goals, struggles, and successes. Once you find that person, be clear about your goals and what support you need. Set regular check-ins and be there for each other, offering encouragement and advice and, when necessary, a gentle nudge back on track. 8. Finding an accountability partner is about more than just getting external motivation. It's about developing a relationship that inspires and uplifts you both. It's about creating a shared space where vulnerability, honesty, and mutual support are valued and fostered. Memento mori. Remembering the value of every day in this space, your morning routines and broader life goals become intertwined in a collective effort to live a more intentional, disciplined, and fulfilling life. The Stoic practice of reflecting on mortality is a call to action, a prompt to live our lives with purpose and intention. It encourages us not to squander our time on trivialities, but to concentrate on creating a meaningful legacy. Every morning, when we wake up, we're presented with a fresh opportunity to engage with life in a meaningful way, contribute positively to the world around us, and pursue personal growth and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often wrote about the fleeting nature of life, emphasizing the importance of living virtuously and making the most of the time we have. This passage wasn't meant to be somber. Rather, it was a liberating realization that freed him from petty concerns and allowed him to focus on his duties as emperor and as a human being striving for virtue. The idea is that by keeping the end in mind, we're more likely to live our lives with purpose and clarity. Prioritizing the things and relationships that truly matter, remembering death in the context of our morning routines transforms how we approach each day. It's not just another day, it's a day that we've been gifted, one that's not guaranteed to anyone. This realization can profoundly impact how we choose to spend our time, the activities we engage in, the relationships we nurture, and the legacy we strive to build. It's a reminder to live fully, to love deeply, and to leave the world a little better than we found it. Moreover, this Stoic practice helps us maintain perspective in the face of life's inevitable challenges and setbacks. When we remember that our time is limited, the daily annoyances and obstacles lose much of their power over us. We become more resilient, more focused on our long-term goals, and less likely to be derailed by temporary difficulties. This practice fosters gratitude for the present moment and inspires us to make the most of it. Therefore, how can we incorporate this Stoic principle into our daily lives? It begins with a moment of reflection. 9. Practice negative visualization. Getting ready for challenges, consider each morning a fresh start, offering a chance to make a positive difference in your life story and the lives of those around you. If this were my last day, would I be proud of how I'm choosing to spend it? Giving thanks doesn't mean living in a constant state of existential crisis, but rather cultivating a deep appreciation for the now, for the opportunity to live, learn, and love. The Stoic practice of remembering death, about living in the present. It's a powerful antidote to complacency and a reminder to live our lives with intention, purpose, and gratitude. So let's greet each morning with the awareness that it is a gift, an opportunity to craft a life that's rich in meaning and aligned with our deepest values. Such awareness is the essence of living stoically, of making the most of our finite time in this world to create a legacy that endures. We're often told to focus on the positive, to visualize success and happiness to attract them into our lives. However, the Stoics, in their profound wisdom, offer a different perspective that's not only practical, but incredibly empowering. Negative visualization isn't about pessimism. Rather, it's a tool for resilience, preparation, and, ultimately, greater appreciation of the present. The essence of this practice is to periodically imagine the challenges, losses, or difficulties you might face in life. A scenario could range from minor inconveniences like a missed bus or a rainy day to more significant hardships, such as the loss of a job or a loved one. The goal is to mentally rehearse how to cope with such situations, not to dwell on them in a way that breeds fear or anxiety. This process of visualization prepares you emotionally and mentally, reducing your susceptibility to life's inevitable ups and downs. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all believe that by contemplating the temporary nature of everything outside our control, we could cultivate a deeper sense of peace and resilience. This practice encourages us to focus on what we can control, our responses, our attitudes, and our actions. Incorporating negative visualization into your morning routine can transform how you approach your day. Instead of stepping out the door, blind to the potential challenges ahead, you're mentally equipped to face them. 10. Conclude with appreciation. By reflecting on the gifts of the day, you engage in a mental exercise that fortifies your resilience, ensuring you remain resilient when life inevitably presents unexpected challenges. You've already rehearsed this moment in your mind and can draw upon your pre-visualized strategies to navigate through it. Moreover, this practice has a beautiful, somewhat paradoxical effect. It enhances our gratitude for the present moment. By imagining life without some of the things we take for granted, we come back to reality with a renewed appreciation for them. It's a reminder of how much we have to be thankful for right now, in this moment. This approach isn't about dwelling in fear of loss, but about using the thought of it to deepen our appreciation for the here and now. So how do we practice negative visualization in a healthy, constructive way? Start with a few moments in the Morning to contemplate potential challenges of the day or broader future possibilities. Imagine how you'd react, what strengths you'd use, what you'd learn, and how you'd grow. Then let go of the visualization and proceed with your day, carrying with you a sense of preparedness and an enhanced appreciation for your current circumstances. Incorporating gratitude into our lives, especially as we end our day, can have a transformative impact on our well-being and outlook. Keeping a gratitude journal, the beautifully simple yet profoundly effective way to cultivate this sense of appreciation. It's about taking a few moments before we sleep to reflect on the day and jot down a few things we're grateful for. This could be anything from a kind gesture from a stranger, a beautiful sunset, the completion of a challenging task, or simply the comfort of our bed waiting to embrace us at the end of a long day. The act of writing down what we're grateful for shifts our focus from what's lacking in our lives to the abundance that's already present. This practice is in line with Stoic teachings, which stress focusing on what we have and what's within our control. This shift in perspective not only sets the stage for a peaceful night's sleep free from the turmoil of unfulfilled desires or lingering frustrations, but it also primes our minds to begin the next day with a sense of purpose and appreciation. But why end the day with gratitude? This is because it enables us to conclude our day with a sense of positivity, irrespective of the challenges we may have encountered. It's a way of reaffirming the good in our lives, finding peace even in turmoil, and nurturing a mindset. This practice sees opportunities for growth and joy in every circumstance. This nightly practice of gratitude creates a ripple effect, influencing not just how we sleep, but how we wake up and approach our mornings. It transforms our first thoughts of the day from groans over the alarm clock to a quiet anticipation of what the new day holds and what new things we might discover to be grateful for. Moreover, this practice of appreciating our life extends beyond our personal sphere. It enhances our relationships as we become more attuned to the value of those around us and more expressive of our appreciation for their presence in our lives. It deepens our connection to the world as we become more observant of and thankful for the beauty and wonder that surround us, often in the most mundane moments. So as we consider the multitude of strategies to enrich our mornings and, by extension, our lives, let's not overlook the power of ending our day with gratitude. It's a practice that embodies the Stoic pursuit of a good life, one marked not by external achievements or material possessions, but by inner peace, contentment, and a deep-seated appreciation for the present moment. As we conclude this journey through the 10 strategies inspired by Stoicism, it becomes evident that each step and practice serves as more than just a task. They are pathways to cultivating a life filled with intention, resilience, and profound gratitude. These practices won't make every day perfect, but they will make you stronger, more grateful, and more resilient. You can make your life reflect the Stoic ideals of virtue, wisdom, and contentment. Remember, this is just the beginning. There's a whole world of Stoic wisdom waiting to be explored, ready to guide you on your path to living a more meaningful and fulfilled life. If you found this journey enlightening and are curious to dive deeper into the Stoic way of life, I encourage you to check out our playlist right here on the screen. It's packed with insights, stories, and practical tips to help you embrace the full richness of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Please leave your comments and share your experiences. Let's embark on this journey of growth, resilience, and fulfillment together. Here's to mornings filled with purpose, days lived with intention, and a life brimming with gratitude. Thank you for being part of the Stoic community. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.